Today's episode 11 of my regular feature where I share with you my latest purchases from the Perfume Parlour. I've got a 5-bottle extract spray haul to go through with you all today, as well as letting you know my thoughts on a brand new Perfume Parlour creation which goes by the name of Coffee Late, which is not inspired by any other fragrance, and it's an original and unique scent exclusive to the Perfume Parlour. So to find out all about this one and everything else in this haul, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody, and thank you very much for tuning in to this latest episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul, and this is the 11th review of the series that focuses on my latest purchases from the Perfume Parlour. Coming up in today's episode, I've got a copy of the latest release from Tom Ford, a copy of a familiar smelling fragrance from Initio Parfums, and a dark and challenging clone of a fragrance, a Killian fragrance that'll definitely put a few hairs on your chest. I've also bought another 3 tubs of this fragrance dust that you can scent your home or office with your favourite signature scent, so I'll let you know which ones I've purchased in this particular haul at the end of the video. I also get asked quite regularly why sometimes I buy full hauls of extract sprays and other times I purchase the EDPs, and the answer to that is I usually buy the extracts of fragrances once I've tried the EDPs and I know that I like them, but I don't really have like a hard and fast rule. However, if I do go for the EDPs, I always tend to go for the 30ml sprays rather than the 13ml travel sprays, because there's only like 3 or 4 quid difference and they work out slightly better value. But if I am feeling a little bit flush one week, I might just go all out and blind buy a couple of extracts that I haven't tried in the EDP version, which I've actually done in this particular haul. But before I begin today's rundown, if you are interested in picking up any of these bottles that feature in today's video to try out for yourself, you can use my unique discount code, which gets you 10% off your first order, and I'll leave a link down in the description to where you can get your 10% off. The link will direct you to a login page and you'll be asked to create a login name and a password, but once you've logged in and you've made your purchases, your discount will automatically be applied at the checkout. And as always guys, just a quick disclaimer, I don't work for the Perfume Parlour and this video is in no way sponsored by them, and these opinions that you're about to hear today are my own opinions and I bought these bottles with my own money. I do however receive a small commission for recommending you to their website, so just by clicking on the link you'll save you 10% while supporting the channel and also help me to bring you more free content in the future. Okay, so first up is a fairly new addition to the Perfume Parlour, and this one is called Rainforest, and the Perfume Parlour code on this one is 1292. This one is a copy of Ebony Fume, which is the latest release to the Tom Ford Private Blend collection. The top notes in this one are violet leaf, black pepper, incense and Palo Santo wood. In the mid we've got rose, cade oil, labdanum, papyrus and leather, and the base notes in this one are guaiac wood, ebony tree and resins. Yes, so the name of the fragrance and the note breakdown will give you a pretty good idea of what you can expect with this one. It's a woody resinous fragrance with a mild smokiness that's kind of lurking in the background. There's also a fair amount of sweetness from the rose and the leather in the heart of the scent, so it's one that's definitely going to be better suited to the cooler months of the year or to wear maybe in the evenings. This is a really good copy, but I'd say the original has a touch more smokiness, especially in the opening, and the incense stands out a touch more as well in the original, which gives it kind of more like a charred wood kind of smell. This has more ambery sweetness, and the leather stands out to me more in this one if I'm honest. I actually prefer how this smells to the original Tom Ford. People are also going to probably ask how this differs from Tom Ford's Oud wood, and I'd say quite a lot. This is much sweeter and the woodiness is really rounded out by the gooey resins, the rose and also the leather, whereas the Oud wood is much more dry and woody with a really distinctive scent profile. I could spot anyone wearing oud wood from 20 paces, whereas this doesn't seem to be as recognisable and unique. I'd say this is more likeable and easy to wear than the Oud Wood though, so it'd be the better option for anyone who's just getting into more niche scents. But the Oud Wood definitely has more of a standout character. I personally would go for this one though, but get yourself like a sample of both and try them out for yourself, and let me know down in the comments which one you prefer. Okay, so next up is one that goes by the name of Fast Rate, and the Perfume Parlour code on this one is 0372. This one is a copy of High Frequency by Initio Parfums. The top note in this one is Magnolia. In the mid there's Almond, and the base note in this one is Hedione. Yeah, so a very simple 3-ingredient note breakdown in this one, and it opens up very bright with the white florals being the first thing that hits you. It's a clean and crisp opening, but it's quite metallic smelling, and the first thing that this is going to remind you of, if you've smelled it, is Pegasus by Parfums de Marly. Without smelling them side by side, I'd actually think that this was Pegasus if I smelled it coming off someone as they walked by me. The almond is a really nice sweet nutty almond in this, and it brings some creamy smoothness to the blend. This is one that's perfect for the springtime when it's sunny but yet it's still cool outdoors. It's a nice clean soapy fragrance that has a fairly breezy kind of character, like smelling some like fresh laundry blowing in the wind. This Perfume Parlour extract spray is really long lasting, and it projects really well for the first couple of hours. But if you already own Pegasus or a copy of it, then I'd say this would be a bit of a redundant purchase because to my nose they're very similar. I have tested it side by side with Craze by Armaf, which is a decent clone of Pegasus, and I definitely prefer how this extract spray smells. It's a bit sweeter and a bit more creamy, and in my opinion a bit better blended. Yeah, so the third one that I'm going to talk about is without doubt the most challenging one in this haul, and it goes by the name of Big Boss for Men. And the Perfume Parlour code on this one is 0335. This one is a copy of Dark Lord by Kilian. The top notes in this are Sichuan pepper and bergamot. In the mid we've got Davana and jasmine sambac, and the base notes are cypriol oil, cedar, patchouli, vetiver and leather. Yeah, so this is a very dark and mysterious and masculine scent that really suits the name Dark Lord. It's a leather-based fragrance with lots of dirty patchouli, vetiver and cedar, producing a dense, earthy kind of smell. I remember trying out the original on a shopping trip, and the friend that I was with at the time was like, what on earth is that? It's absolutely horrendous. And then about 5 minutes later I went into a greetings card shop, and I overheard a woman on the other side of the card stand saying someone's wearing a horrible perfume. So I just got myself out of there and I tried to wash it off in the toilets, but it's just so strong that I couldn't get rid of it, and I could just smell it for the next 8 or 9 hours or so. But the funny thing was, after I'd been wearing it a few hours, I actually got used to it, and it kind of grew on me a little bit. But this is definitely not one that I'd ever recommend to anyone to buy blind, or I wouldn't do that anyway to anyone, but I'd say that around about 90% of the general public are just not going to like this one. This is for your most hardened fraghead connoisseurs out there, and the patchouli and the vetiver are amped up to the max in here, so all I can say is get a sample of it and try it out for yourself. But I saw this copy come back into stock recently at the Perfume Parlour, and it kind of made me smile, so I thought I'd be a little bit silly and buy a bottle and just share my experience with you guys. I mean, some people I think will love this one, but it's definitely an acquired taste, so just give it a go and let me know down in the comments how you get along with it. Okay, so this next one is, in my opinion, one of the best copies that the Perfume Parlour produce, and it's featured in both of my top 20 annual reviews, but up until now I've only ever owned it in the EDP version, so I just thought I'd upgrade it and get the extract spray. This one is called PENNINE, and the Perfume Parlour code on this one is 1008. And most of you who are familiar with any of the Perfume Parlour clones will know that this one is a copy of Carlisle by Parfums de Marly. Top notes in this one are green apple and nutmeg. In the mid there's tonka bean and rose, and the base notes are patchouli and vanilla. Yeah, this is a rich, warm and comforting scent with a mild smokiness. It's another truly beautiful cold weather scent which opens up with a sweet spiced apple accord and dries down to a smooth brushed leather and tobacco combo, which gives off a luxurious and seductive crowd pleasing sillage. It's like a hybrid of Ojian and Herod, and you get like a dessert-like sweetness in the opening and also a somewhat smoky and powdery kind of accord in the dry down. It's a really addictive fragrance, and it's one of those scents that you just want to keep smelling yourself every 2 minutes and taking a bite out of yourself. It's probably a little bit too sweet for the spring and the summer months, but it wouldn't stop me from breaking out in the evenings when the temperature drops slightly. Because this one, I would say, alongside Black Phantom and Stronger With You Intensely by Armani, they're my go-to scents when I just want pure comforting luxury. This extract spray is next level, and it's pretty much a carbon copy of the original, but even the EDP is a fantastic version, so you can't go wrong with either. If you were only ever going to buy 5 fragrances from the Perfume Parlour, I'd say this would have to be in your list. It's just classy, full stop. Okay, so the final extract spray in this haul is a copy of another one from the Tom Ford Private Blend. However, this is now discontinued, so it's a great one to pick up if you've already owned the original in the past and can no longer get hold of it. This one is called Roman Island, and the Perfume Parlour code on this one is 0526. This one is a copy of Italian Cypress, which is a woody aromatic fragrance from 2008. The top notes in this one are mint, basil and citruses. In the mid we've got Italian Cypress, and in the base are woody notes. Yeah, so this one opens up super fresh with loads of cool mint, basil and some sparkling citruses. But to me it's all about that lovely green cypress tree accord and some supporting woodiness from the base. And it's going to make you think of the vintage Polo Green by Ralph Lauren. It's just like walking through a forest of pine trees on a breezy cool day, and it's just so fresh and green. There's woody notes listed in the base, but I can definitely pick up on some mild earthy patchouli and maybe some dry vetiver and cedar wood in the background. This is a very clean, crisp and masculine fougere with a classic retro fragrance quality to it. It has great projection, and anyone within 6 feet of you are going to catch really strong wafts of it, and it lasts a good 8 hours on skin before you stop detecting it. It's a really sexy gentleman's masterpiece, and although it's classed as unisex and women probably could get away with wearing it, I can't remember the last time that I smelled that kind of polo green type scent DNA coming from a woman, so I would definitely say this one leans more masculine. Like I say, it's a great pickup if you can't get hold of the original or you're looking for an alternative to polo green, and this is one that I would definitely recommend that you try out for yourself. Yeah, so just a quick summary. I think the Carlisle copper is it's just a no-brainer. I don't need to say much about that one. I really enjoy both the Tom Ford copies. The high frequency copy from Initio Parfums is good as long as you don't own the Pegasus or any Pegasus copy. And the Dark Lord copy comes with an approach with extreme caution warning. So that one's definitely the most challenging one of the bunch. Yeah, I also got some free samples which you get with every order when you spend over £75. And one of the samples in this order is an original Perfume Parlour creation, so it doesn't smell like any other. It's not an inspired by fragrance. And this one's called Coffee Late, but I'm not sure if it's meant to be called Coffee Latte and they've just missed a T out on the label, but mine definitely says Coffee Late on here, so I think that'll be the name. But I said I'd give this one a quick review in my latest video, so here we go with this one. I've tested it out today, and it's a very rich and luxurious smelling scent with like a Middle Eastern quality to it. It's supposed to be a sweet chocolate and coffee fragrance, but I don't really get that in this one. To my nose it's very smoky up top with plenty of sweetness underneath, but it's more of like a oud type smell rather than coffee or chocolate. I sprayed 3 or 4 sprays on myself, and somebody told me that I smelled like I'd been cleaning my car and smelled strongly of Teacut, which is a car cleaning product. This has a definite niche quality and it's not going to be for everyone, but my God, does it perform. You're going to get easily 12 hours of performance out of it, and it projects like an absolute monster for the most part. But unfortunately it's not to my taste in terms of smell, but one that you should definitely try, because if you do like this type of scent DNA, you are onto a winner with this one, because it genuinely is a nuclear performer, and probably the strongest fragrance I've ever smelt from the Perfume Parlour. Yet I also picked up 3 more fragrance dusts, which I'm getting more and more impressed with the more I use them. My house is a fairly small 2-bedroom property, just over 2 floors, and after burning a tea light under a tablespoon full of this in like a tea light burner for an hour or so, the whole of the house is just fragranced. And this copy that I've got here of Caban, it just got so intense that I had to blow out the candle and open a window after about the hour mark. They really are super strong, and they're way better and more convenient than wax melts, and they'd make for a great gift to buy anyone that's if you know their signature scent. So really nice little stocking filler at Christmas, or to buy for someone for a birthday present. But the ones I got in this haul are, you'll know these ones anyway, the Ashtray Fruit, which is, the code on that one is 1947, and that's similar to Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. And then I got Beach Pool, which is the Caban copy, and that's called that code on that one is 0727, and that again is called Beach Pool, and it's the Caban copy. And finally we've got one called Berry Out, and the code on that one is 1395, and that one is a copy of Maison Margiela's replica Coffee Break. So yeah, they're absolutely fantastic, and I am going to buy more of these. I'm going to perhaps explore the Jo Malone copies, because I think they double up the best as home fragrances. I'm also going to try out more of the replica line from Maison Margiela, because they smell like real life experiences. So I'll let you know in future videos how I get along again with those. Yeah, so once again folks, that's about it for this episode, but don't forget, in the next episode I'm reviewing 7 budget fragrances from Superdrug that you can pick up for just $5 each. I've also got another review of some KDJ inspired fragrances, and also 3 full 100ml bottles from the Essence Vault to review. So loads of good stuff coming up in the near future. And as always guys, if you have found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. It's also great to hear your opinions, your thoughts and your critiques and all of the fragrances that feature in these Perfume Parlour videos, so don't forget to get your comments coming down in the comments section. And if you've got any Perfume Parlour recommendations that you'd like me to feature in future hauls, please don't hesitate to let me know. So once again, thank you very much for tuning into this latest episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.